My child, you are about to get lost if you will not pay attention to my words, and this will make you regret your decision. Yes, my child, I am sending you this message now because there is a situation coming in your life that will make you completely distracted from me and my words. And if you are not careful, if you do not guard your heart and remain watchful, you will be carried away like a leaf in the storm, tossed by winds you cannot control. But I am speaking to you now because I do not desire to see you broken. I do not want you to be overcome. My desire has always been to protect you, to guide you, to keep you safe in the shadow of my wings. But my child, hear me carefully. Protection is not forced upon you. It is received when you choose to walk in my way. If you step outside my covering, if you ignore my counsel, if you allow your eyes to wander to the fleeting pleasures of this world, you will expose yourself to wounds that I never intended for you to carry. The situation that is coming will appear harmless at first, as though it were a small matter, as though you could control it on your own. But do not be deceived. A spark left unattended can set a whole forest ablaze. What begins with small compromise will end with chains that you did not expect. This is why I am calling you with urgency, with tenderness, with love. Do not brush aside my warning. For it is not the voice of a stranger speaking to you, but the voice of your Father, the one who formed you, the one who knows your innermost thoughts, the one who sees the path ahead more clearly than you see the step beneath your feet. My child, I know how easily your heart can be drawn by what looks attractive. I know the battle you face inside between what your spirit longs for and what your flesh desires. You tell yourself you are strong enough, but strength apart from me is weakness disguised. You tell yourself you can handle it, but you do not see how cunning the enemy is, how patient he waits, how subtle his traps are. He will not present himself to you in the form of fear because he knows you would resist him. He will come clothed in the appearance of good, in the appearance of opportunity, in the appearance of comfort or beauty. I do not tell you this to frighten you, but to awaken you. I do not tell you this to burden you, but to keep you from falling into burdens too heavy for you to carry, the weight of regret, the chains of sin, the pain of separation from me. These are things I do not want you to know. And yet, if you will not listen, if you will not obey, you will taste them, and they will be bitter to your soul. But even as I speak of this danger, I also speak of hope. My words are not chains, they are keys. My commands are not prisons, they are pathways to freedom. When I say do not go there, I am not robbing you of joy, I am keeping you from sorrow. When I say turn away from this, I am not withholding life from you, I am preserving life within you. You do not see what I see. You measure by the moment, but I measure by eternity. You look at the surface, but I see the depth. You are distracted by the glitter, but I know what rust lies beneath. My vision is not clouded. My understanding is not limited, and my heart for you is not uncertain. I love you with a love beyond all loves. That is why I cannot remain silent when I see you drifting. That is why I speak firmly now. Yes, my child, the situation that is coming will test you. It will test what you have built upon, whether you stand on sand or on rock. If your foundation is me, you will not be shaken. But if you have been careless, if you have neglected my words, if you have filled yourself more with the noise of the world than with the sound of my voice, you will stumble. And when you stumble, the enemy will whisper lies into your ears, lies that tell you I have abandoned you, lies that tell you you are unworthy, lies that tell you there is no way back. But remember what I am telling you now. No matter how far you fall, I will still be here. No matter how far you wander, I will still seek you. No matter how heavy your shame becomes, my mercy is greater. But why should you wait until the pit is deep to call upon me? When you can listen now and avoid it altogether. Why should you wait until the wound is bleeding to reach for my healing? When you can walk with me now and remain whole. My child, wisdom is not learning by pain alone. Wisdom is listening to the voice of the one who already knows the end from the beginning. I created you not for regret, not for defeat, not for despair. I created you for light, for purpose, for joy, for eternal fellowship with me. Do not give up what is eternal for what fades like mist in the morning sun. The world promises you satisfaction, but it cannot satisfy. The world promises you freedom, but it cannot free you. Only I can do these things because only I am the source of life. Do you know why I call you my child? It is because you are mine. You were never meant to belong to darkness. You were never meant to be enslaved by fear. You were never meant to carry the identity of shame. You are mine, purchased at a price, sealed with a promise, loved with a love that does not fail. But child, to live as mine, you must walk as mine. It is not enough to hear my words, you must do them. It is not enough to say you love me, you must follow me. Love is not a feeling alone, it is a surrender. And surrender is not loss, it is gain. Because when you give me your life, I give you mine. When you lay down your will, I fill you with my strength. When you let go of your control, I guide you to places you could never reach on your own. Do not resist me, child. Do not harden your heart. For every day you resist, your heart becomes less sensitive to my voice, and you begin to justify what I have warned you against. Soon what was once wrong in your eyes begins to look harmless. Soon what once convicted you begins to feel normal. And then, without realizing it, you find yourself bound, your fire dimmed, your passion gone. Yes, storms will come. Yes, trials will test you. Yes, there will be moments when you feel shaken. But do not mistake shaking for abandonment. Do not mistake silence for absence. Even in the storm, I am with you. Even in the silence, I am near. Even when you cannot see me, my hand is holding you. My child, you ask why I say you should never skip a single word of mine daily. You wonder why I remind you so often to keep my voice before your heart, to let my words be the food you live by, the breath you breathe, the light you walk in. And so I will speak, and I will open to you the mystery, the depth, the necessity of my words. For without them you cannot live, and without surrender to me, you cannot truly be free. Listen closely. My words are not ordinary. They are not like the fleeting voices of this world that promise much and give little, that stir your feelings and leave you empty. My words are spirit, and they are life. When you hear them, you are not merely listening to sentences, you are receiving living power into your soul. Every word that comes from my mouth carries the essence of life itself because I am the source of life. If you skip even one, you weaken yourself without knowing it. Just as your body suffers if you refuse daily bread, so your spirit grows faint when you neglect my word. My words are your sustenance. They are strength when you are weary, clarity when you are confused, healing when you are broken, and peace when storms rage within and around you. When you take them in, they renew you. When you neglect them, you open the door to weakness, distraction, and deception. Consider this, the enemy does not fear your own wisdom, nor is he shaken by your own strength. But he trembles when you stand on my word. For he knows that heaven and earth may pass away, but not a single word of mine will ever fail. When you cling to my words daily, you stand on unshakable ground. But when you neglect them, you stand on shifting sand, and the storm will reveal your foundation. My child, every day you face voices. They come through people, through thoughts, through desires, through the noise of the world. And if my voice is not the loudest, if my word is not the anchor of your heart, those voices will sway you. They will slowly change how you see, how you think, how you live. Without realizing it, you will begin to measure truth by opinion. You will begin to walk by sight and not by faith. And soon the fire of your devotion will flicker low, not because you rejected me outright, but because you drifted in small, unnoticed steps. That is why I say do not skip a single word of mine. Daily my words refresh your mind, sharpen your discernment, and align your heart with mine. Daily my words wash over you like living water, cleansing the lies of the world, the stains of sin, the burdens of yesterday. Daily my words guard you from the traps of the enemy who waits for you to grow weary, to grow distracted, to grow distant. Think of Israel in the wilderness. I gave them manna from heaven each morning, but only enough for that day. If they tried to live on yesterday's manna, it grew stale. In the same way, you cannot live today on yesterday's word. Yesterday's strength was for yesterday's battles, but today has its own. Yesterday's encouragement carried you through then, but today you must hear again. Today you must eat again. Today you must be filled again. That is why I say, give us this day our daily bread. Not weekly, not once in a while, but daily. My child, do you not see how your heart changes when you spend time with me? When you linger in my presence, when you let my words enter your spirit, you become soft, tender, at peace. But when you skip them, when you rush through your days without them, you notice how quickly anger rises, how easily fear creeps in, how heavy the burdens feel. This is not coincidence. It is the fruit of what you feed on. If you feed on the world, you reap anxiety. If you feed on my word, you reap peace. I am not telling you this as law to weigh you down, but as love to lift you up. Just as a father tells his child to eat healthy food daily, not because he is cruel, but because he loves, so I tell you to never skip my words. They are your nourishment, your protection, your very life. Without them you wither, with them you flourish. And my child, surrender is the key. This is how distraction works, it does not take you away all at once. It steals you little by little. That is why I am speaking to you now, not later. Because I see the beginning of the path you are tempted to walk. I see where it leads, and I see the scars it will leave. And I am pleading with you as a father who loves his child, do not go that way. Stay with me. Walk in my light. Keep your eyes fixed on me, and the storm will not overwhelm you. My child, I know the world calls loudly. I know the pull of its voices. I know it tells you that you are missing out, that you are behind, that you must chase what everyone else chases. But do you not see? Those who chase after the world are never satisfied. They drink and remain thirsty. They run and never arrive. They gain the whole world and yet lose their soul. I do not want this for you. I want you to know peace, not restlessness. I want you to know fulfillment, not emptiness. Listen to me. There will be relationships, opportunities, and desires that come your way which will not be from me. They will look appealing. They will seem right in your eyes. But if you test them by my word, you will see that they do not align with me. Do not lean on your own understanding. Do not trust your feelings more than my truth. For your feelings change like the wind, but my word remains forever. And yes, the enemy will try to twist my word. He will whisper, did God really say? He will make you question whether my commands are too strict, whether my ways are too narrow. But my child, the narrow way is the way of life. The broad way leads to destruction. Choose the narrow way. Even when it costs you, even when others mock you, even when it feels lonely, for on the narrow way, you are never truly alone, you walk with me. I know you are tired sometimes. I know the weight of waiting wears on you. I know you wonder if I hear you, if I see you, if I care. My child, I do. I hear every prayer, even the ones you whisper in your heart. I see every tear, even the ones you hide from others. I care more than you will ever understand. I am not slow in keeping my promises. I am preparing you, shaping you, protecting you in ways you cannot yet see. Trust me, for what good is it to hear my word and not obey? What good is it to know the truth and not walk in it? Hearing without surrender leaves you deceived, thinking you are full when you are empty. But when you hear and surrender, when you yield your will to mine, then my word bears fruit in you, 30, 60, 100-fold. Surrender is not weakness, it is the doorway to strength. When you surrender to me, you are not losing, you are gaining. You lay down your limited plans and receive my perfect will. You lay down your fragile strength and take hold of my power. You lay down your fears and receive my peace. You cannot serve two masters. Either you surrender to me, or you are surrendered to the world. But only in surrender to me will you find freedom. Do you wonder why you struggle? Why you feel divided? Why peace escapes you? It is because your surrender is not complete. You want to hold on to your way while asking me to bless it. But I do not bless divided hearts. I bless surrendered hearts. I cannot fill a vessel that is already full of self. Empty yourself before me, and I will fill you to overflowing. My child, when I say never skip a word, I am not demanding ritual, I am inviting relationship. Every word I speak is an expression of my love for you. Every instruction is for your good. Every command is life. To ignore them is to ignore me. To neglect them is to neglect me. And if you neglect me, how can you walk in the fullness of who I made you to be? Hear me, you are not strong enough to face what is coming without me. The trials ahead, the temptations, the battles, you cannot endure them in your own strength. You need daily renewal. You need daily filling. You need daily reminders of who I am and who you are in me. That is why I call you to my words every day. Not because I am needy, but because you are. Not because I am lacking, but because you are incomplete without me. Do you see how creation depends on my word? The sun rises because I command it. The seas stop where I tell them. The stars hold their place because of my word. If all of creation is sustained by my word, how much more do you need it to sustain you? If even the sparrow depends on me daily, how much more should you? When you abide in my word, you abide in me. When you remain in my word, my life flows into you. You become like a tree planted by streams of living water. Your leaves do not wither, and whatever you do prospers. But if you neglect my word, you are like a branch cut off, withering, vulnerable, ready to be burned. That is why I plead with you, abide in my word daily. Do not treat it lightly. Do not treat it lightly. Do not treat it as optional. It is your lifeline, my child. The enemy knows the power of my word. That is why he will do everything he can to distract you from it. He will make you busy. He will make you tired. He will whisper, tomorrow, not today. He will make your phone, your work, your desires seem more urgent, because he knows that if he can keep you from my word, he can weaken you, confuse you, and eventually deceive you. Do not fall into his trap. Guard your time with me. Guard it fiercely, for if you lose that, you lose your anchor. Do not wait until crisis to seek me. Do not wait until you are drowning to reach for my hand. Walk with me daily, and when crisis comes, you will already be secure. Train your ears to my voice now so that when the noise rises, you can still discern me. Build your house on the rock now so that when the storm strikes, you will not fall. My words are living seeds. When you take them daily, they grow in you little by little. They shape your thoughts, transform your desires, renew your mind. And in time, you begin to think like me, to love like me, to walk like me. But if you neglect them, the soil of your heart hardens, weeds of worry and sin grow, and soon the seed bears no fruit. Do not let this be you. Keep your heart soft by daily surrender, daily feeding, daily abiding. My child, you must understand, your greatest battle is not outside you, but within you. The battle of your will, the battle of surrender. And my word is your weapon, your strength, your shield. When the enemy tempted my son in the wilderness, he did not argue with him, he answered with, "It is written." He stood on my word, and the enemy fled. If my son needed my word daily, how much more do you? Do not think you are strong enough without surrender. Do not think skipping my words will not affect you. Every time you neglect them, you weaken your shield. Every time you surrender to distraction, you open a door. But every time you choose me, every time you humble yourself and seek me, you grow stronger. You overcome not by your might, but by my Spirit working in you through my word. Surrender, my child. Lay it all down, your plans, your dreams, your fears, your desires. Place them in my hands. For my hands are safe. My hands form the universe. My hands carry scars that testify of my love for you. My hands will never drop you. Trust me with all that you are. Do not cling to what you cannot keep. Let go, and I will give you more than you could ever imagine. Surrender daily, not once, but every morning, every moment. For surrender is not a one-time act, it is a continual posture. As long as you live in this world, you must choose daily whom you will serve. Choose me. Choose life. Choose surrender. For only then will you find true freedom, true peace, true joy. My child, you belong to me. And because you are mine, I will never stop calling you to what is best. I will never stop reminding you of the importance of my word. I will never stop urging you to surrender, because I know what lies ahead. I know the traps. I know the dangers. I know the blessings that await if you trust me. So hear me one more time, never skip a single word of mine. For every word is life. Every word is love. Every word is protection. And surrender, my child. Surrender without reserve. For only in surrender will you truly find me. And in finding me, you will find everything your heart has ever longed for. Amen. Thanks for watching God's Helps. Subscribe for daily divine messages. Click on the bell icon. Don't miss out daily God's message.